Alright, I'm doing another video where I have to watch 5 anime recommended to me by MyAnimeList. I'm just going down to the section where it recommends me stuff, pick one each time, and we're starting off with number 1, the movie Pompo the Cinephile. This is a movie about this guy who wants to become a director, and he's given the chance to direct a movie by Pompo, who's a little girl who's a producer, like a huge producer. This movie truly did not work for me. It just did not work. Let's talk about it. So the movie is very light. It's very, you need to suspend your disbelief. It's like it takes place in Nollywood, and oh, there's a little girl who's a huge movie producer, and oh, this guy is suddenly given the chance to direct this movie that shoots on location in other countries, and oh, this actress is given the chance to be in the movie of her dreams, and it's so idealistic and naive, and I'm a very cynical person. Now, with that said, it's very colorful. The character designs are fun, and actually there are parts of the movie that I liked. The parts that resonated with me were, so when they were making the movie, they had to do problem solving of like, okay, well, it's raining, or this scene's not working. What do we do to, make this work? That stuff was really kind of fun to watch, and him in the editing bay, like, oh, if I change this or do this, this is what changes the tone of a scene. The part that's actually about filmmaking, those parts were enjoyable to me. Everything else is so almost like embarrassingly naive. Like, there's a whole scene with a bank and a character I'm supposed to care about where they're like, banks are about making people's dreams come true. What the fuck are you talking about? It's just fascinating. It's deeply ironic that there is a whole scene in this movie where the producer girl Pompo is like, movies need to be 90 minutes or shorter. But boy, oh boy, this movie would have benefited from being, it's exactly 90 minutes, haha, it's like a, supposed to be like a, whatever, at least 30 more minutes to flesh these characters out, because this is just paper thin. It's just a paper thin movie. The characters are very shallow. Like, I just don't get it. It's not for me. I'm very cynical. I think I'm just too cynical for this movie. And that's okay. Not every movie has to be for me. I cannot recommend it. I thought it was so saccharine, and I didn't even really, it has this whole notion of like, you need to sacrifice things for art, which I suppose, but I think honestly it's one of the biggest cliches and myths, and that you have to suffer for art. I don't think you do. I think suffering can enhance art, and you can take your suffering and make art from it, but I don't think there's a requirement for art to be good through suffering and sacrificing your personal life or things like that. I think that's kind of bullshit. I think I think your life is just as important as art. So even that message I don't agree with at all. Wow, I just did not like it. I really didn't like this movie. The second anime that MyAnimeList recommended to me is My Dress Up Darling. And this was a show that I knew was supposed to be good. My friend Jay, who edits the videos, had recommended it to me. And it's a great show. It is about a high school guy who makes dolls. That's his interest. His grandpa owns a doll shop, and he makes dolls. And as a kid, he had a really bad experience because a girl was creeped out by his hobby. And so he keeps it to himself, but he's really passionate about it. But he meets this girl who he finds out is super into cosplay. And then he starts to make cosplay outfits for her, and there's this friendship that starts to develop into something more romantic, and that's the show. It's really good. It's very sweet. It is very horny, and that's usually not my cup of tea, the ecchi kind of stuff. But I gotta say, the way this show is written, the writing is really strong, and the characters their chemistry is great. So like, even though it has those elements to it, sometimes they're used to really funny effect. There's some stuff in this that just made me like cackle with laughter. And I like their dynamic. Like, she is a very like outgoing, and she likes to tease him because he's very shy and polite. But then when the tables are turned, inadvertently, and then she blushes, it's very funny. And I think also what kind of makes these shows with ecchi elements less annoying for me is the main character, the guy. Yeah, I mean, he's a high school boy who has a sex drive, but he's very polite, very sweet, and so I think that makes it, he's not just, like, there are so many anime boy protagonists that are like, but he's not that. Like, he is reacting to this stuff, like, naturally, and I think it's fun. It's just a fun, really sweet show. I keep saying sweet because it is very sweet. It's also extremely well animated. Was really impressed by this one. I figured it would be good because a lot of my friends, whose opinion I trust, were vouching for it. I guess I wasn't expecting her to be so into him. I thought it would be kind of the opposite way. It's kind of an interesting like direction that I wasn't necessarily expecting. Overall, it's a great show. I think the main girl, Marin, is really, really funny. And there's a season 2 I know right now. I have not seen any of that yet, but I should check that out. All right, anime number 3 was a movie, and this was Jose the Tiger and the Fish. And this is a movie about this guy. He runs into this girl who uses a wheelchair, who goes by the name Jose. He has dreams about diving in Mexico, and he wants to go abroad, and he kind of becomes her caretaker. And so they kind of develop this friendship, and he sort of takes her to places she's never been, and then it sort of like develops into like a sort of romance. It was pretty good. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I think the central romance was actually quite nice. He is kind of giving her new experiences and trying to like, help her, become more comfortable, because she's very like secluded. Like, her grandma is very overprotective of her, so she doesn't really go out much. And it's not only about her experiencing new things outside her home, but like, she has a lot of anxieties with interacting with people. And so it's like kind of her coming out of her shell and opening up to people. It's also her kind of like encouraging him too. There's stuff that happens. It's not just like a one-sided like, he's only helping her. Like, they both kind of lift each other up. And that's nice. I think initially I found the Jose kind of like maybe a little rude, but that's kind of the point, right? That she's very like tsundere and that kind of thing. But over the course of the film, I did grow to like her as a character. I think the movie for me, it kind of veers to a little bit of melodrama for me. And then also it has these like side characters, especially this one supporting female character that I felt were really underbaked and really didn't need to be there. And sometimes the characters would kind of make these decisions where I'm like, I feel like we're just doing this to add conflict. It doesn't feel organic to me. But overall, I did like it, but I feel like if they had kind of just, they didn't need to change any events of the movie. Like, I actually overall liked where it went. Even if it became melodramatic, I still liked the resolution of the film. But I feel like we could have cut some characters out and like focused, had more time with the two, because I feel like that was the best part of the movie for me. I mean, there were supporting characters I did like though, but and maybe just a little more time. I don't know. I'm pretty picky about pacing. I feel like this could have like really, really gotten me, but instead I was like, it was pretty good. I also do like that it, highlights a lot of the sort of like accessibility issues for people with wheelchairs, especially in Japan, the struggles of that, It's something that I definitely have noticed when I go to Japan, like, oh yeah, a lot of areas are just not, accessible for wheelchairs, which is very unfortunate. It is pretty good. I like the central romance. I kind of wish it was focused on that. We had even more time with them, because that was my favorite part of the movie. But it was very good. Alright, this one is one I never would have heard of if it weren't for this video, which is kind of the stuff I'm also looking for, right? It's stuff that I just would never have watched. And this was called Pui Pui Molcar. And this is a stop-motion series where guinea pigs, they're like felt guinea pigs that are cars. People drive inside them. They're like 2 minutes long. There's like 12 of them, and so I just watched all of them just now. It takes about, I don't know, half an hour. And it's entertaining. I mean, it has the same energy to me. There's a very funny stop-motion movie called A Town Called Panic. It's a French film, I believe. And it's just like really frantic, like all the people in our like little figures that just run around, like that kind of thing. So yeah, in the world of Molcar, Pui Pui Molcars, like the people go inside the cars, but the cars are also alive, and they're guinea pigs. Sometimes in the cars, there's live action people, also stop motion. But when they're outside the car, they're little figures. It spans different genres. Like there's a bank robbery. There's a zombie thing. And they're all 2 minutes. It's definitely, you won't lose your time. It's definitely entertaining. Fuck Cars. Like, Pixar's Cars got nothing on this shit. There's, like, lore on, where Molcars came from. Molcars can also apparently use their eyes to look inside themselves. That's worrying. They can also shit and eat. Anyway, I am very glad I watched Pui Pui Molcars. It's, very goofy and cute and bizarre. And I would recommend it to anyone. They're 2 minutes each. They're just goofy. I had a good time. The final anime I chose is called Skate the Infinity. Now, this was a show that I had watched part of a long while back in my, I had like kind of like an anime group watch going, and then because of circumstances we had to stop watching. But I finally, many years later, have finally watched the rest of it. And this is a great show. So it's about basically illegal underground skating, where they do really dangerous races, and there's also kind of like combat involved. It's just about these guys who, bunch of hot guys who do skateboarding. It's really good. I mean, so if this show were just like, you know, hot guys doing things and it's just kind of cute, that would have been fine. You know, I wouldn't have minded that. But the actual skating is really intense and really fun. They do ridiculous stunts and stuff, but it's really well animated. It's really exciting, and then it just has some like some like really interesting, you know, characters in it. The main villain is named Adam. He's just this ridiculous, like, kind of nut job rich guy who just is like so extra in all of his in everything he does, really. And he's like dealing with all this like trauma, and this is like his only release. And then they all, you know, it also deals with like, you know, jealousy of like someone who's just better than you at something you love, and what is more important, winning or having fun, or, you know, why do you, you know, pursue things. It covers a lot of, like, you know, emotional beats, while also managing to just still be very fun overall. I also think the main two characters have a lot of chemistry. They're really just like, I don't know, it's great. It's definitely like a very gay show. I love that about it as well. Like, it's just a lot of gay energy in this show. I was really, really impressed with it overall. Because I think other shows like this, I was kind of hoping for more of the sport. You know, I like the character stuff, but I want there to be a balance. And this I felt was a really good balance of, like, the character stuff was really good, the chemistry between the characters was really good, and then, however, the skateboarding is just, it just rips. You know, it does both really well. So, I really enjoyed it. Best character, Shadow, he's great. But there's honestly a lot of really fun characters in this. Alright, that was 5 more anime I had to watch, recommended to me by MyAnimeList. I really like doing these videos, so if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.